On February the 9th, 1964, Lillian Richey, who was 51 years old at the time, went missing from Napa, Idaho. She was last spotted leaving the Ranch nightclub located in Garden City, Idaho. After sharing a meal and some drinks with two men from California visiting Idaho for a cattlemen's convention, she made her way out of the club with one of them. He had graciously offered to drive her home. The journey took them back to Lillian's house on Sherman Avenue in Napa, where they arrived around 2 a.m. in her vehicle. He then drove her car to his hotel in Boise, Idaho, with a plan to return the next day. He also noted that he would bring a friend to give him a lift back to Boise. As the man recounted, Lillian extended an invitation to him and his friend to stay for breakfast upon their return with the car. A neighbor observed a light shining in Lillian's kitchen that evening, and they also saw her car pulling away. Yet, when the man brought her car back the next morning, accompanied by a friend, Lillian was absent from her home. After parking the car in Lillian's open garage, they knocked on the door but received no answer. One of them turned the doorknob and found it to be unlocked. He called out her name, but when there was still no response, he left a note and shut the door behind him. The two men then departed. I feel confident that this note carries the signature of Arthur Tebey, a cattle rancher from Humboldt County, California. His obituary states that he was affiliated with the Cattlemen's Association, which supports the idea that he was at the convention. The day after her disappearance, Lillian was reported missing when she did not arrive for work at Bullock's Jewelry. Upon their arrival, the police noted that the home was untouched, whilst the black dress she wore at the nightclub was nowhere to be seen. They did uncover a wrap she had used to cover it, resting in her closet. It was noted that a few more items were unaccounted for in her house, including a tartan dress, a white coat, another handbag, and a book titled A Man Called Peter. It is possible she might have disposed of these items before that evening. In her residence, investigators found plane tickets she had purchased for a visit to her son. Although they gathered fingerprints, these did not help in identifying a suspect. The men who delivered the car to her home were subjected to detailed questioning, and both passed their polygraph examinations. Law enforcement does not suspect them of having any role in her disappearance. Although credible leads in her disappearance have been elusive, the police have diligently worked on the case throughout the years. In 2018, they brought in cadaver dogs and ground-penetrating radar to the Napa School District office, which indicated the possibility of a body being there, resulting in an excavation located just a short distance from Lillian's old home. The building was once a construction site in 1964. For years, there have been persistent rumors that her remains could be buried underneath it. I am sorry to say that they were not able to find anything. When Lillian went missing, she was living alone, having been widowed. Her two adult sons had spent a significant part of their lives looking for her. Unfortunately, James Edward Richey passed away in 2020, and William Gene E. Richey passed away in 2021. At the time of her disappearance, both sons were in their 30s. I am at a bit of a loss about what could have happened to Lillian. Could it be that she had an admirer who who went overboard, or perhaps someone shadowed them from the bar. I would really love to know what you think happened. Your thoughts are always welcome. Thank you for your ongoing support, and I'll see you next Friday.